right, Sam. Huge topic today. This is incredibly important for everyone to know.
Yes.
How do I know that the content I'm reading came from AI?
Yeah. Or the
Yeah.
image that you're looking at or the video you're watching.
Yeah.
It's always in
Yeah.
the back of our minds now. Is this
Oh, I
AI?
know. Everything I look at, I'm like, is it? It might be.
Your
It
mom
might
sends
be.
you a link to something just absolutely unbelievable. And you're
Yep.
like, is this AI? Or you're like,
Yep.
this is totally AI, mom. Come
Yep.
on. And she's like, what? No, it's not.
That might be the first lesson
Send it
is
to your mom.
if if your mom doesn't think it's AI, it probably is. Uh, no, what I was gonna say was, if it seems outrageous,
Yeah.
if it just seems like too good to be true, too unbelievable, maybe too perfect. I think
Yeah.
especially with visual content, like photos, that kind of thing. It's like that feels like there's nothing wrong with it in any kind of way,
Yeah.
and that's not how real life is.
Yeah.
There's no imperfections. We'll get into like there's other things I think that are imperfections that are
Yeah.
like kind of telltale, but like
Mike.
it's got this like kind of glossy like no, real life's not like that.
Yeah. Probably about 15 years ago, people started making fun of stock video and stock images. And it became this kind of universal, like either an eye roll or just hilarious compilations of the worst stock video or stock images that you can find. And a lot of them became memes that we're still seeing today on social media. Now we're already in that with AI where people are intentionally generating things with AI to be ridiculous.
Yep.
Not to be believed, but absolutely ridiculous. But there's still a massive space in the middle where people are using AI to write content and generate images and create videos now to seem like human generated content. And they're not going to tell you, obviously, but they're putting it out there in just astronomical figures to the point now where it's like, is that AI? Like you go on any social media platform and you start scrolling and you're like, was that AI? Is that AI? Is that AI? And now it's a thing where it's like always in the back of our minds. So today, Mike, we're going to walk through some telltale signs that you're reading, viewing, watching AI content.
Okay, let's do it.
I'm gonna start with a small one, and I think it's becoming more well known, but it's the M dash, Mike.
Mm-hmm.
If you are reading a LinkedIn post or you're reading an email from your Aunt Joan, if there are M dashes all over that, it's probably AI generated. People just don't do that. AI did not go to grade school where they learned about the semicolon or how to break up a sentence. The M dashes are everywhere in AI generated content.
Yeah, it's one of those weird ones. I don't really understand it. It's like when you think about how AI works, these large language models, like they're trained on tons and tons and tons of published content.
Yeah.
That doesn't overuse M dashes in any kind of like, maybe some writers do and some content that it's been trained on does. But like for whatever reason, it's like, yeah, we understand the M dash. Well, it doesn't understand the M dash, but it expects the M dash, but it doesn't expect any other kind of like punctuation that gives a pause, right?
Yeah.
I will be the first to admit, pre-AI, I was probably an abuser of the M dash already. So maybe my content
maybe
is that important that
pulling from
all these LLMs are trained on my content because I do love a good M dash.
I'll admit, I'll make an admission too, Mike. I use ellipses probably more than I should. So clearly they're checking on your content more than mine. Probably a smart thing to do. Here's another little one that we're starting to see more and more, which is really weird, but it's like these weird hanging indents.
Yes.
And it's a telltale sign that you copied and pasted and you didn't look at what you're putting in there and then you posted it.
I think that's the takeaway. Like simply take the content. If you're using an AI tool to generate content, go look at it, paste it into wherever you're going and look at it.
Yeah.
Like, it's so simple, like these indents where it's like it's one space indent. Nobody does that.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Like, just okay, if you're gonna use AI and straight up just copy paste it, at least go through and like reformat a couple things
Yeah.
that you know are like not right.
Yeah.
I would also argue on this, we'll kind of continue on this trend of written content, the overuse of emojis. Like, I've gotten to the point where, like, if I get an email with emojis and I've seen it, my insurance broker sent me one, and it was like, there's like 8 emojis in this block of text. And I'm like, there's no way you went and spent the time to go pick out emojis for each little point you're making.
Yeah.
No, you AI'd that.
Yeah.
You totally AI'd that. And it's like all over social media. LinkedIn, I got it. People on LinkedIn. If you want to be believable moving forward, I don't care what they tell you. Like, the LinkedIn gurus tell you, like, oh, use the emojis to make it more readable and engage people and pull them into your content. And I'm like, no, I think we're at the point now where everyone who sees a ton of emojis goes AI and they exit out.
Yeah. Yep. Another one, Mike, and this is probably a little bit harder to define and or realize when you're looking at content. I would say in written content, AI loves bullet points. So when you're reading something and then you start to see these bullet points and you're like, why are there bullet points? This doesn't feel necessary. Probably an AI thing. Loves bullet points.
Yep. Along those lines, the 3-point thing, right?
Yeah.
3 things, 3 ways, 3 ideas. I mean, that's been a long-standing trend of like throwing a number into your headline, steps, 3 things or 5 things or whatever. I think there's a really creative and easy way to demonstrate that content at least has a human somewhere involved in it. Just pick a weird number.
Yeah.
Like, pick
7.5
or 7.5 or 23. Maybe just pick prime numbers. Maybe that's the answer. Just pick prime numbers.
Yeah.
And I think that on its own, just one, elevates the creativity of your post. Even if you're using AI to help you generate some ideas.
Yeah.
Like, just forcing it into a structure that wouldn't normally happen through an LLM. Something that, like, it would never guess to put 7 ideas or 11 ideas or 13 ideas together. It would always go at like a standard 2, 4, 5, 10.
Yep. I'm gonna dive into the human element here, Mike.
Okay.
But before I do that, I want to make it clear that I'm going to speak for you too, Mike. We don't think that you should not use AI in whatever you're doing, whether you're writing a letter, whether you're building a marketing strategy, or you want to create content for your business, your company, or whatever. I think there's actually a ton of really useful tools that speed up a lot of those things in a lot of good ways. This video is just about, you got to be careful and you need to still put in the work to make sure that this is quality content. Remember who you're doing this for. If you're writing a letter, who are you writing it to? If you're generating marketing content, who do you want to look at it and find value in it? This is not just writing and getting things done for another AI agent to pick up in the future. Like, you should be creating this stuff for other humans. So make it human, right? Okay,
which to some degree means apply some creativity to it.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Like, even like to that last point, if you, instead of just regurgitating the AI 5 things or 3 things, add one more, right? That's a level of creativity that you cannot have with AI. It just cannot, it doesn't think and therefore doesn't output like that. So apply creativity, and even a minimal amount like that, saying, all right, I'm going to push it. I'm going to go to 7 things. Or I'm going to go to 13 things. Now, obviously, beyond that, thinking through, like, and we'll get to this, like, point of view, maybe applying some creativity even in the writing, not just assuming that the content output by an AI bot is worthy of publication, maybe rewrite some things. Maybe think about a theme, like have it put a theme on it that you've told it to do. So anyway, lots of things there.
A couple things here on kind of the human, like when you read something and you're like, something weird about this, I can't put my finger on it. One of my AI pet peeves has quickly become, it's not just X, it's Y. You're gonna get that a lot with AI that's trying to be really creative and interesting, but it kind of has that one tool in its bag of like, it's not just AI content generation, it's a completely new way to reframe how you create stuff or whatever. It does that all the time, and whenever I see that now, I'm just like, oh, that's ugh. It's garbage. It's garbage. I found that it does that a lot when you're asking it to write creatively, when you're asking it to maybe write, like, help me write this video script, or help me write this description. It's going to try to make those things like, oh, you want me to write it about this? Well, I'm going to make it sound way bigger and better by using this, this construction of language. And it's just like, ugh, I can't stand that anymore. It's like profound. It's like, oh, I'm AI, I'm going to make it so profound. You're not even going to know that you ever knew, like, this is so great. You didn't even know it could be described like this. And it's like, it's unnecessary drama. It really is.
Yeah.
The other one is the emphatic refrain, Mike. It's starting kind of that final thought of like, but here's the deal. Here's what really matters. The reality is, it's like, and it's not like it's a bad way to write something. It's just so overused now because that's what AI does with things. Oh, I'm going to generate this whole thing. I'm going to do this point, this point, this point, and then I'm going to wrap it up. But like, really, the reality is here. And it's just like, nobody talks like that. Nobody's going to like come to you and say that.
Well, it's like the in conclusion.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, a high school student writes that in their essay.
Yeah.
But not real people in everyday life.
It's taking these computer generated, probably like things that the algorithm either likes or maybe used to like, maybe it doesn't even like it anymore. And it's probably saying, oh, to write something that's good, it has to have this, this, and this. It has to have a beginning, middle, and end. And the end has to have these statements that, transitionary statements that get you to that end final point, wrap it all up.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
it's the textbook version.
Yeah, it's the textbook version. The other thing is like the metaphor mixing. So it tries to give you these metaphors, but it's not human and it hasn't lived a life, so it doesn't know what connects to other things. Like, navigating the landscape while leveraging your toolkit, like landscapes and toolkits. Like what? Like, I don't know about that. Like maybe navigating the landscape with your what's in your saddlebag or whatever, like get those things right, make them fit. It's just throwing words down onto a piece of paper and saying like, well, it's long enough, so it must be good. So those things where you view it and you're like, there's something weird here. It's like the video, the AI generated video. You're watching a video and all of a sudden you're like, oh, there's no inflection here. Oh, he hasn't turned to the side or smiled at all. I don't think this is human. I think this is computer generated. This is AI. I'm out. And immediately, that's the thing, Mike. As soon as you figure out that this is AI, I would say the majority of people are like, I'm out. I don't care about this. I don't want to look. I don't want to waste my time with this. Somebody clicked a button and generated this. Why am I wasting my time on this?
Yep. Yeah, that's interesting. That's probably a whole nother video.
Yeah.
That one would be really interesting to dig into, of like,
yeah,
when you don't put effort and thought into your content, why should your audience?
Yeah. Yep. Okay, Mike. So we'll do that at a later time, but hopefully we've presented some value here, and like, don't do the things that we've presented in this video. And there's going to be new things that come out, just like what we described, that because AI, they're probably going to know like, oh, people don't like the M dashes anymore. They keep telling the generation like, don't do M dashes anymore. There's going to be new things that come out. You got to just you really need to stay true to who you are as a person. And if you're writing for a company or a brand, make sure the content you're putting out fits into that brand. You can't just copy and paste.
And just have a point of view, right?
Yeah,
LLMs, AI, chatbots do not have points of view.
that's right.
So if you have one, you're going to stand out.
Have a point of view, state your opinion, make it a strong one, and move on with your day.